Welcome students. Welcome to the lecture series on digital electronics. It is a subject in third semester, Diploma ETCE. The course code is ETCE/DE/S3. Today we are going to start lecture number 17. I am Paulus Sridhar, the course coordinator and assistant professor, Department of ECE, Guru Nanak Institute of Technology. So before starting lecture number 17, let us have a quick understanding of the course objectives and also the module that we will be studying today. So this subject, digital electronics, is a 4-credit subject. The contexts are 4 lectures. That is, in a week we will be having 4 lectures and the total number of lectures is 60. So today we are in module number 2, that is the Boolean algebra, and we are going to study section 2.3, that is a subtopic in unit number 2 or module number 2. So section 2.3 is K-map techniques or Carnot map techniques and the don't care conditions. In the case of K-map techniques, we will be studying the 2 variable and the 3 variable and 4 variable and also the don't care conditions or the combinations that occur in the K-map minimization. Now let us look at the course objectives. Now the first course objective is do conversion of the number systems. Second one is understand the concept of logic gates and its operations. Third one is design simple logic circuits using logic gates. 4 is design of combinational circuit. 5 is design of sequential circuit. 6 is gain the comprehensive idea on various memory devices. 7th is understand analog to digital conversion and digital to analog conversion techniques. 8th is understand different logic families and their comparison. Now you can see here that second and third number course objective is in red color. That is, these two are the course objectives that is related to this lecture, that is lecture number 17. So what are the 2 course objectives? First one is understand the concept of logic gates and its operations, and third one is understand simple logic circuits using the logic gates. Now see, logic gates are used for the logic circuits, for designing the logic circuits, and K-map and the don't care conditions will be used to minimize the Boolean expressions we will be having, and from there we will be designing the circuits using the logic gates. So let us move to the short lecture plan of this lecture number 17. Now we are in module number 2, that is Boolean algebra, and in module number 2 we are in this sub unit, that is unit 2.3, Carnot map techniques, prime implicant and the canonical forms. So here we will be studying first about the K-maps, next is K-map 2 variables, and third is K-map 3 variable. So today's lecture will be comprising of K-map techniques, and that is the minimization techniques using K-map or K-mapping, and K-map of the 2 variable and K-map of 3 variable. So let us start lecture number 17. So before starting lecture number 17, let us have a quick recap of the previous lectures or the topics we have already studied. In the first lecture, we have studied about the different digital systems and the analog systems, the advantages and the disadvantages of the analog systems and also the digital systems. We have studied about the different logic aspects of the digital circuits. What are the applications of the digital electronics in the electronics field? Next, we have studied about the number systems. The number systems are basically of 4 types. That is the binary number system, decimal number system, octal number system and hexadecimal number systems. And we have also done the conversions from one number system to the another. Now after that we have studied about the negative numbers, that is how to represent the negative numbers. and also the complement forms of the negative numbers. That is sine bit, 9's complement, 10's complement. Now, after the complement forms, we have studied about the logic gates. In the logic gates, we have studied about the OR gate, NOT gate, and the AND gate, which are the basic gates. Next, we have studied about the universal gates, that is the NAND gate and the NOR gate. After that, we have studied about the exclusive gates, that is the XOR gate and the XNOR gate. And in the logic gates, we have seen how to design the circuit. Suppose an expression is given, how to design the circuit using the logic gates. We have seen this one, and also we have done numerous examples. After the logic gates, we have studied about the Boolean algebra. We have seen various theorems and various properties of the Boolean algebra, like the De Morgan theorem. It is a very important theorem in digital electronics. We have also studied all the proofs of the theorems and the properties. Next, in the minimization techniques, we will be studying the K-map. Now see, we can apply the Boolean algebra for minimizing. Now we will be seeing how we can apply this minimization or the mapping techniques in the case of the K-map for minimizing. Now let us start lecture number 17. That is, we will be starting Carnot map. Now, before starting K-map, we need to know why we are using the K-map. See, we have seen how Boolean expressions can be simplified algebraically. But being not a systematic method, we can never be sure whether the minimal expression obtained is the real minimal expression. The effectiveness of the algebraic simplification depends on our familiarity and ability to apply the Boolean algebraic laws, rules, and the theorems. Now the K-map or the Carnot map is, on the other hand, a systematic method of simplifying the Boolean expressions. The K-map is a chart or a graph composed of an arrangement of adjacent cells, each representing a particular combination of variables in sum of product form. Like a truth table, it is a means of showing the relationship between the logic inputs and the desired output. Although a K-map can be used for solving various number of variables, it becomes problematic for solving 5 or more variables. Usually it is limited up to 6 variables. Now see, this K-map, it is of 2 variable K-map. In our syllabus, we are having 2 variable K-map, 3 variable K-map, 4 variable K-map, and don't care condition or combinations. Now we will be studying about the 2 variable K-map. Now this K-map is made up of squares. Each square represents one mean term. 2 variable K-map has 2 to the power 2, that is 4 squares. This is the 4 squares, 1, 2, 3 and 4. These are the 4 squares, and each square represents one mean term. This mean terms are represented like this. This one is mean term 0, mean term 1, mean term 2 and mean term 3. Now see, a 1 placed in a square indicates that the corresponding mean terms is included in the output expression, and a 0 or no entry in any entry indicates that the corresponding mean term does not appear in the expression for output. This line means that suppose in mean term 0 we are having in the expression 1. Now we will be considering this one mean term. This mean term we will be considering because here 1 is present. Now whenever 0 is present or there is nothing present, that is no expression is there, then we will not consider that one. We will consider 1 in this case because we are considering here the SOP form. That is the, in case of the 2 variable K-map, we are considering here the SOP form. Now see, there are 2 variables means A and B are the 2 variables. Now we have written like this, 0 and 1, 0 and 1. Now 2 variables means there will be 4 squares. So 1, 2, 3 and 4. There are 4 squares. We have numbered like this 0, 1, 2 and 3. Now see, this box means, this first box means min term 0. So how we will be writing the values? Like this, 0 and 0. This 0 corresponds for A and this 0 corresponds for B. That is, these 0 and 1 are the values of A and this 0 and this 1 are the values of B. So 0, 0 means A bar and B bar. This one box means 0, 1. That is A bar B. This box is 1, 0. That is A, B bar. Next, this box. This box means 1 and 1. That is A and B. So come here. This is min term 0. This is min term 1, min term 2 and min term 3. This is the symbolic representation of a K-map. That is two variable K-map which consists of 4 squares. Now I had already told you that we are considering 1 in each of the min terms, means we are considering the SOP form. So we will be seeing the minimization of the SOP expressions using the two variable K-map. Now two variable means A and B. You can also take XY, YZ, ZX like this, any variable, but here I am taking A and B. You can also take P and Q also. These variables are for consideration. You can consider any alphabet. Here we are considering A and B are the two variables. Now to minimize a Boolean expression in a SOP form by using K-map, we have to look for the adjacent squares having 1. Already you know that in case of SOP we are also always considering the value having 1. Now the min terms adjacent to each other and combine them to eliminate some of the variables. Now as the main objective of us is to convert the Boolean expression into smaller form, that is to minimize the Boolean expression. So larger squares will be eliminating some of the variables. Now let us look at the cases. Now see this first case, M0 and M1 can be combined to yield F1 is equal to M0 plus of M2, that is A bar B bar plus of A bar B is equal to A bar. Now from here if we take B bar plus B as A bar is common, and there will be B bar plus of B which is equal to 1. So ultimately we will be getting A bar. Now let us see how we can do it in K-map. See, two variable means A and B, so there will be 4 squares. So just draw the 4 squares, give the value 0 and 1, again 0 and 1. Next is what it is told in the expression M0 and M1 are present. So this is 1 and this is 1. So these two 1 are adjacent to each other. So we can combine them. We are combining it. After combining, what is the common term here? Just see what is the common term here. I am showing you the easiest way of mapping. What is the common term here? A is the common term. Why? Because 0 is common to this box also, this box also. This corresponds to min term 0, that is A bar B bar, and min term 1 is what? A bar B, that is A bar is common, that is 0. A bar means 0. The value of A is 0. So just write A bar here. Why we will not be writing B? Because here the B is changing. The value of B is 0 here in this box, and the value of B is 1 also. That is the value of B is changing. So we are just taking the value of A bar. That is F1 is equal to A bar. Now we can show by how to draw this one. Suppose I am drawing a K-map. As I am drawing a K-map, that is two variables. So I will be having 4 squares. Why? Because 2 to the power 2. There are 4 squares. Now just write like this. There will be A, and there will be B, So just wait. If we do it like this, there is A, I'm writing it A here, I'm writing B here, and there is 0 and 1, again 0 and 1. So what it is told here that M0 and M1 is present here. So just this is the value of 1. As M0 is present, we are giving 1 here. As M1 is present, we are giving 1 here. Why? Because this is mean term 1, sorry, this is mean term 0 and this is mean term 1. So how to do the pairing? We will be doing the pairing like this, because these two are adjacent to each other. These two squares or these two ones are adjacent to each other. Now look for the values. The value here, this one is having the value A bar, B bar, that is 0 is common. Here also the value is A bar, B, that is A bar is common. So this answer will be here is A bar. I hope this is clear. As A is common, that is the value of A here is 0. So the answer will be A bar. Now let us go to the next number, that is where M0 and M2 will be present. Now before that, let us erase it, or it will be creating a problem in the next slide. You will not understand. You will see some lines here. So just see here that second one is M0 and M2 are combined. So let us look at the next slide. Now see, this is the second minimization technique, that is M0 and M2 will be combined to form F2 will be equal to M0 plus of M2. This is nothing but the application of the Boolean algebra, and here this is done by pairing. I have shown here two techniques only to make you understand. See, for Boolean algebra you are having 3 steps, but here you can do with K-map just with 1 step. So this is the utility of K-map, that is it is more and more simple than the Boolean algebra. That's why I have shown you these 2 ways, just for simplicity, to make you understand it more easily, that you can use K-map, also you can use Boolean expressions or Boolean algebras also, but for simplicity we will be using the K-map. And K-map means we will be mapping, we will be doing some pairing, and I am showing here the pairing technique. Now see, M0 and M2 are present. So this F2 will be equal to B bar. Now see, M0 means this one. So you will be having 1 here. M2 means this box, that is 1 here. So these two ones are again adjacent to each other. So just make as a box, or just draw it like this, make it as a box. So that is, we have done the pairing, these 2. Now see which one is common here. This, the value of A is changing, the value of A is 0 and 1. It is changing, so we will not take A. The value of B is common, that is 0 for both these boxes. Why? The first box, the value is 0, 0, that is A bar, B bar. This one, the value is A, B bar, that is 1, 0. So the value of B is in both these boxes are 0. So just take here as B bar. Why it is B bar? Because the value of B is 0. I hope this is also clear to you. Now we will be going to the next, third minimization techniques. Again, this one is M1 and M3 is present. Now you have to find F3. Here by Boolean expression, what we have find out, that the value of F3 is M1 plus of M3 is equal to A bar B plus of AB. That is, B is the value of the F3. Now we will look here. How we will do it? Again, we will be writing A and B. Why? Because these 2 are the variables A and B. Next, write the values of B, 0 and 1. Next, write the values of A, 0 and 1. Next, here it is said that M1 and M3 is present. Now, this is the box corresponding to mean term 1 and this is the box or the square corresponding to mean term 3. So, just write 1 and 1 here. And do the pairing like this. The box here means the pairing. The box means this is pairing. Now, just look for the values. The value of A is 0 and 1 for these boxes. So, it is changing. So, the value of B is 1 here. So, this will be the answer. That is F of 3 will be equal to D. F of 3 will be equal to B. I hope this is clear. If it is not clear, let me again explain to you. See, if you try to understand these pairings, K-map will be very easy for you. Just try to understand the pairings, how we are doing the pairs. See, it is told that M1 and M3 is present. So, these two ones are again adjacent to each other. I had told you earlier that the ones that are adjacent to each other, we can take them as pair to eliminate some variables. Our main objective is to eliminate some of the variables. So, this 2, 1 we can take as one large box. That is, we have done the pairing like this. And what is the value of this one? This one, that is, this one means 0 and 1. The value of A is 0 and the value of B is 1. That is A bar B. Now, what is the value of this one? It is 1, 1. That is A, B. Now, we can see here that the value of A is changing. Once the value is 0, once the value is 1. But the value is B in both the cases is 1. So, the answer will be F3 will be equal to B. I hope this is clear to all of you. Next is the fourth case, that is M2 and M3 are present. That is M2 and M3 are combined to yield F4 is equal to M2 plus M3 is equal to A B bar plus AB is equal to A. Now, we are here in the minimization of SOP expressions by K-map. Now, in the fourth case, we are seeing that M2 and M3 are present, and this one is the application of the Boolean algebra. We find out that F4 is equal to 4. Now, here we will be doing the K-map. That is, we will be doing the mapping. Now, A and B are the two variables. We are just writing the values of A, 0 and 1. Again, B is 0 and 1. So, M2 and M3 is present. This one is mean term 2 and mean term 3 is present. So, there will be 1 and again 1 here. Now, I told you that you can combine two adjacent 1 to make it a bigger square or bigger square to eliminate some of the variables. So, what we can see, we will be eliminating some variable. How? We just look for the common term, that is the common term is A and the value of A is 1. Why? There the B is changing, so we will not take B. Why the B is changing? Look here, in this case, the value of this mean term, that is mean term 2 is A B bar, that is 1 0 A B bar. The value of this mean term is A B. So we can see the value of B is changing, that is it is 0 one time and 1 one time, but the value of A is same, that is 1 in both the cases. So the value of F4 by doing the pairing is A. So next, I hope this is clear to you. Next, we are going to this fifth one. Here we can see that all the 4 terms are present. That is mean term 1, 2, 3 and mean term 4. All these mean terms are present. Just see here. This one will be mean term 0. This one will be mean term 0, 1, mean term 2. This is just a mistake. and min term 3. So we can see that 4 of the min terms are present. That is min term 0, 1, 2 and 3 are present. So what we can see, this 1, 1, 1 and 1. So let us look at here. So F5 will be equal to min term 0 plus min term 1 plus min term 2 plus min term 3. So here we are applying the Boolean algebra, that is A bar B bar plus A bar B plus A B bar plus of AB. So from here what we can see that it is A bar plus of A. What is the value of A bar plus of A? It is equal to 1. Now if there is a case like this, that in case of a two variable K-map, all these ones are present. All these squares, that is the 4 squares are having one value, 1, 1, 1, 1. So this is a special case. This case is called the quad. That is two squares adjacent to each other can be combined to form a 4 square. A 4 square eliminates these 2 variables. 2 variables are eliminated, that is A is also eliminated, B is also eliminated. So we are left with only 1. The value is 1. And this 4 square is also known as a quad. This is a specific term and this is a very important term. This is quad. So we have seen the 5 cases or the 5 possible cases where we can do the pairing or the minimization techniques using the K-map. That is, how can we do the pairing? Here we have seen the Boolean algebra applications also, and also the K-maps. Now we will look into some examples where we can solve using the K-map techniques. Now see, there is an expression given, that is, this is a question that reduce the expression A bar B bar plus of A bar B plus of AB using mapping. When you will be told that using mapping, then you don't apply Boolean algebra. You just have to apply K-map. As here only 2 variables are there, that is A and B is only present, so it will be a 2 variable K-map. So just see here, this is expressed in term, that is min term 0 plus min term 1 and min term 3. These are nothing but min term 0, min term 1 and min term 3. So write in the form of summation, that is summation min term m small m in brackets 0, 1 and 3. And we will be applying it here. Now see here, this is a 2 variable K-map. So just do one box like this, make it a 4 square. Why? Because there are 2 variables. 2 variables means there will be 4 squares. And write the 2 variables here, A and B, right? 0 and 1, the value of B, and 1 and 0, 0 and 1 in case of A, which is the value of A. Now min term 0 is present here, so give 1 here 1. Min term 1 is present 1. Min term 3 is present. So just these 3 min terms are present. And here, as this min term is not present, we are giving a 0 here. So just look here that these 2 are adjacent to each other. So we can make it as a pair. So what will be the answer of this pairing? The answer of this pairing will be A is common. That is, the value of A is 0, but B is changing. So it will be A bar. Now this pairing. This set is over. Now this set means this 2 of the ones. Now here again see, the value of A is changing. The value of A in both these boxes are 0 and 1. So this is changing. Only we are left with B, that is 1. So it is B. So what we can say, that the value of F is equal to A bar plus of B. That is A bar plus of B. Plus means there will be OR gate. So this is F is equal to A bar plus of B. Now I hope this is clear to you. First we will be drawing the 4 squares. After that we name the A and B with 0 and 1. And after that we do the pairing. This pairings are very important. See, after this we are just left with 2 variables, that is A bar plus B. This whole term is minimized to just A bar plus of B. So now we will be explaining 3 variable K-map. In case of 3 variable K-map, number of squares is 2 to the power 3. As the number of variables is 3, that is A, B and C, we have taken the 3 variables. So number of squares is equal to 2 to the power 3 is equal to 8. See, number of squares means it is always, the formula is 2 to the power of n. N is the number of variables. So number of mean terms will be equal to 8. Each of these squares comprises each of the mean terms. So this one is mean term 0, mean term 1, mean term 3, mean term 2, mean term 4, mean term 5, mean term 7 and mean term 6. Now look here, all these binary numbers are not in normal binary order, but they are in gray code. We will be explaining this gray code in the next slide. Now for time being, let us look here. That is this 3 variables A, B and C. Now we are drawing the 8 squares like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. We have drawn the 8 squares. Next is we will be naming the A, B and C. Now this is the naming for A 0 and 1. This is for BC 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1 and 1, 0. This is also in gray code sequence. Now look here, this box comprises of mean term 0, mean term 1, mean term 3, mean term 2, mean term 4, mean term 5, mean term 6 and mean term 7 and mean term 6. Now this is A bar, B bar and C, that is 0, 0, 0. Next is 0, 0, 1, that is A bar, B bar and C. Next is 0, 1, 1, that is A bar, B and C. Next is A 0, 1, 0, that is A bar, B and C bar. Next is this one, that is A, B bar, C bar, that is 1, 0, 0. Next is 1, 0, 1, that is A, B bar, C. Next is 1, 1, 1, that is A, B and C. And next, last one is A, B and C bar, that is for 1, 1, 0. Now let us move to the next slide. Now see, this 3 variable K-maps. This is all the numbers, this is the binary and this is the gray codes. Now look here, already you have seen that the 3 variable K-map, let us go to the previous slide. All this, they are in the sequence of gray codes. Now this is the explanation how we are doing this. See, for binary to gray conversion or for gray to binary conversion, we are using the XOR gate. Already you know what is the XOR gate, what are the truth tables. Now let us look here. This is the binary number and this is the gray code. For 0, 0, 0, for 0 number, this is the binary code. In 3, as this is 3 variables, we are taking the 3 bits, that is 0, 0, 0. The gray code is 0, 0, 0. In case of 1, it is 0, 0, 1. It is also 0, 0, 1. In case of 2, it is 0, 1, 0. Gray code is 0, 1, 1. In case of 3, it is 0, 1, 1. Gray code is 0, 1, 0. 4 is 1, 0, 0. Gray code is 1, 1, 0. 5 is 1, 0, 1. Gray code is 1, 1, 1. 6 is 1, 1, 0. Gray code is 1, 0, 1. In case of 7, it is 1, 1, 1. Gray code is 1, 0, 0. Now look, in each of these cases, there is a single bit difference. See, this, there it is, just look here. This is 0, 0, 0. So this one bit is changed here. So this becomes 0, 0, 1. In this case, this one is same. This one is, that is 0 is same. This one is also same. There is only this bit change. Here and here, this and this is same. Only this bit is changed. Similarly here, this and this is same. Again, this bit is changed. That is the change bit. Here, what is the change bit? These 2 bits are same. This is the change bit. Again here, this is the change bit. And this one 1 and 0 is same. This is the changed bit. So we look in each of these changes, only one bit changes. That is 0, 0, 0. Here 0, 0 remains same. Only one bit is changing. That is, this mean terms differ by only one variables. This is a very important thing in the case of a gray code, or to remember how we are writing it. Only there will be a one variable change in case of a conversion from binary to gray. That is, in each of the mean terms there will be one variable change. Now let us move to the next slide. That is, we will be seeing all the minimization techniques. Now look here, this is one example is given like this. So what mean terms are present? Mean term 0 is present, mean term 1 is present, mean term 2 is present, and mean term, this one is mean term 4. Mean term 4 is present. So basically here mean term 0, 1, 2 and 4 is present. So how to do the pairing? See here what we have done here. This pairing we have done like this. This is one number pairing, as these two are adjacent to each other. Again here we have done another pairing with these twos, and here this one and this one. If we keep a mirror here, that is, if we keep a mirror in this case, then this one and this one will be also adjacent to each other. So what we can do it? We can also do it like this. That is, this and this combines together. So that is given like this. That is, this one is this one and this one. So what is the value of this one? The value of this one is A is changing, so it will be B bar C bar. That is, the value of this box, this pairing is B bar C bar. Now this two ones, again see the value of A is same, that is A bar. B is also same, that is B bar 0, 0. Only C is changing, so we will not take C. That is, this one is A bar B bar. Now this one and this one. That is, for your simplicity, let me show it. We can do the pairing like this. This one and this one. That's why it is given like this. This one means A is same in this box. In this box, the value of A is same, 0, 0, and the value of C is same, 0 and 0. But the value of B is changing. 1, here the value is 0, and here the value of B is 1. So the value answer is A bar C bar. So we can see that what is the values. See this whole, it is being changed, that is being minimized. I hope this is clear to you. Next, let us go to the next slide. Now this slide is again the minimization techniques. That is the another possible cases. Now here mean term 0, mean term 1, mean term 3 and mean term 5 is present. Now we will be doing the pairing. How we will be doing the pairing? Now we can see that here these two ones are adjacent to each other. So we can do one pairing. Again, this one and this one is adjacent. So we are doing the pairing here again. Now this one and this one is adjacent. So we are doing the pairing again here like this. Now we will look for this expression. This is, these two ones are here. The value of A is same, that is A bar, and the value of B is same, that is 0 and 0. The value of C is changing. So this one will be A bar and B bar. So this is A bar and B bar, this one. Now look for this one. This one is, in these two ones, the value of A is changing, but here the value of B and C remains the same, that is 0 and 1. That is, it will be B bar C. Next is these two ones. In this case, the value of A is same, that is A bar, that is 0, and the value of C is same, that is 1, that is C. But here the value of B is changing. That is, the value of B is one time it is 0 and one time it is 1. So it will be, here it will be A bar C. So this expression is A bar B bar plus of B bar C plus of A bar C. Hope this is clear to all of you. Now let us move to the next slide. Next one is this one. This one, now we have seen that we can do the simplification using two number of ones. If two ones are adjacent to each other. Now what happens if four of the ones are adjacent to each other? This is the case. This four ones are adjacent to each other. See, remember this thing that we can do the pairing with two number of ones. If there is only one number of one, you can do the pairing with that one. If there is two number of ones, you can do the pairing. If there is four number of ones, you can do pairing. If there is 8 ones, you can do pairing. Or if there are 16 number of ones, you can do the pairing. Or we always look for the maximum number of ones that are adjacent to each other. That is the maximum number of squares we can take in the pairing. So here in this case, there are 4 number of ones which are adjacent to each other. So we will be taking this one like this. We have taken this one. This is one pairing. And here, as these two ones like this and these two ones are adjacent to each other, you have already seen. See, if we are connecting a mirror here, suppose there is a mirror in this side. So what will happen? These two ones will also be adjacent to these two squares. So you can take the pairing like this. That is, you can consider these two ones and these two ones are adjacent to each other. Now we will look for the expressions. Now here in this 4 ones, this whole pairing, A is changing, C is also changing. The value of C is 0 and 1. But the value of B is same. So what will be the value? It will be B bar. Now for this 4 ones, that is mean term 0, then mean term 4, mean term 2 and mean term 6. For this mean terms, that is from this 4 ones or this pairing, the value will be equal to C bar. Why? Because here also see the value of A is changing and the value of B is also changing. It is 0 here and it is 1 here. But the value of C is same, 0 and 0. So it will be C bar. Hope this is clear to all of you. That is, this is very important thing. That is, we will be looking for maximum number of ones, which are the squares like 2. You can look for 4, 16 like this. Next is the next slide we are going. That is this one. Here, look here. This mean term 0, 1, 3, mean term 4, mean term 5 and mean term 7 are present. So what we can do? We can already have told you that you can do the pairing with 1, 4, then 16 number of ones. Here 8 number of ones are, sorry, 6 number of ones are present. So you can do the pairing like this, taking 4, 4 at a time. Like this, this is one pairing. Again, this there is another pairing. This 4 are one pairing. Again, this 4 are one pairing. So what is the value of this one? This one is A is changing, C is also changing. It is B bar. Here, what is this value? The value is A is changing, B is also changing. It is C. So the main thing is we will look for the maximum number of ones we can take the pairing. Here 6 number of ones are present, so we can take 4 at a time. This 4, again this 4. Hope this is clear to all of you. Next is this one. Here you can see that This mean term 0, mean term 1, mean term 3 and mean term 2 are present. So we can take this one as one pairing, and what will be the value? It will be A bar. Why? Because only the value of A is same, that is 0. But here all the values are changing. Once the value of B is 0, it is again 0, but it is 1 here, again it is 1. Again the value of B is changing. Sometimes it is 0 and sometimes it is 1. So the value of F5, that is this function, will be A bar. Hope this is clear to all of you. Now we are moving to the next slide. This one. Now this one is a special case. Which one was similar to the two variable K-map, where all the mean terms are present. When all the mean terms will be present, we can take the whole as one pair, and F6 will be equal to 1. This one will be 1. Because here, along with the 6 squares, no variable is constant. So the value will be equal to 1. Hope again this one is clear to all of you. Now we will be seeing one example. Now this is one example. Z is equal to summation of mean terms A, B, C. This one is the three variables that are given. That is A, B and C is given, and the mean terms present are 1, 3, 6 and 7. So just put the values like this. Mean term 1, 3, 6, 6 is this one and 7 is present. Now we will be doing the pairing. Now look here. They have done, here the pairing is done like this. There is a red pairing. Now there in a dotted sign, it is shown that there is a blue pairing and there is a green pairing. Now seeing the red pairing, this one is the red pairing. There are 4 number of ones here, 1, 2, 3 and 4. This 2 ones, you can do the pairing like this. Again, this 2 ones, you can do the pairing like this. So there is no need of this pairing. That is, there is no need of this pairing. The pairing I have done like this, there is no need of this pairing. Why we don't need this pair? Because already this one is being done pairing with this one. Again, this one is done already paired. So all these ones have already covered. So no need to again do the pairing like this. If you do the more and more pairing, number of terms will be increasing. So we will be looking for the minimum terms. So for the red group, we are getting this one is A bar C. Why? Because the B is changing. Only the value of A is same. That is A is 0 and the value of C is 1. So it is A bar C. And from the green group, this one, from the green group, what we will be getting? It is AB. This is A and this is B. B is also same. B is 1 and the value of A is 1. So it is AB. So the final expression is A bar C plus of AB. This one was the important example. Why? Because here we have shown that when already one pair has got that particular one in it, so no need to do the pairing again with that one only. That is a very important thing for you to understand and also to remember. So what are the things we have learned today in K-map? 2 variable K-map and 3 variable K-map. In 2 variable K-map, we have seen the minimization technique, and in 3 variable K-map, we have seen that you can do the pairing with 1 number of 1 or 2 number of 1, 8 number of 1 or 16 number of 1 if they are present. That is the mean terms that will be present. We will be denoting it with 1 in the case of SOP. Hope this lecture is clear to all of you. And thank you and see you soon. Thank you all.